Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be giving you a size comparison and just showing you how big the mech actually is. ZC23 pointed out to me that I actually never fully zoomed out with the camera, which I definitely should have, and looking back on it, I don't know how I missed that. I'll compare him to some of my bigger Mocs and show you that I think he might be the tallest thing I've ever built. But I believe he's only 12 inches. But let's go ahead and get into the size comparisons. And here's what you've all been waiting for, a fully zoomed out picture of the mech. And compared to a ruler, you'll see that it's pretty much exactly 12 inches at the very top of the spikes, which is pretty good. I didn't think it was going to be 12 inches at first when I built it. And here's the mech up to a tiny little robot Moc that I built a while ago. And the mech just dwarfs that tiny little robot. It's very big up to it. I built this robot originally to be the pilot of the mech, but he's way too big and bulky for it. Maybe one day I'll make this guy a mech, but I don't know yet. And here's the mech up to a samurai guy that I built a while ago. And he still kind of dwarfs the samurai. He's about 2 times taller. And obviously like 300 more pieces. And there he is up next to Brawler. And Brawler's pretty tall. I think he's 6 or 7 inches. And he's actually one of my better Mocs. I'm very proud of this guy. He turned out really good. But I think the mech really is better than Brawler. Just because it's way bigger. And it looks maybe a little bit better. It's more detailed around the edges. And here's the Phantom Knight up to the mech. And the Phantom Knight is really tall. I think he's 10, maybe 9 inches up to him, just judging by how tall the mech is. The Phantom Knight is definitely one of my favorite builds, and he looks pretty good in my opinion, but I still think the mech is a little bit cooler than him. Next we have Barricade up to the mech, and I think he's just either the same size or slightly taller. I think the very dome of his head can go above the spikes, but when it's fully rested right there, I think it's about exactly the same height. Barricade was my tallest build up until now, but I would say they're pretty much exactly even. And I think maybe the mech could even stand up a little bit taller if I tried. Maybe. He might be too heavy. I think that might have added half an inch, maybe a little more. But yeah, they're both huge, and they took me so long to build. I think the mech actually took longer, and they both have so many pieces, and I think they both turned out pretty good. I definitely like the mech, and I plan to keep it up for a while, but I'm not sure about Barricade. I think I'm actually about to break him, which will free up a lot of parts, and I might even make another mech. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you'll check back to my channel tomorrow. I'll release a speed build video on the mech.